violent. That excavator is really heavy, and this hill's really steep. All right, guys, so I'm pretty sure we bit off more than we could chew. Well, it's just a really big bite. We'll probably be able to chew it, but it's gonna take longer than we expected. There's a lot of stuff to get down this mountain. So right now we're going to get all the small pieces of scrap. We got the Cabelco excavator about halfway down the hill, and it ran into some issues, so we need to take the dozer and some other equipment down there to help pull it down the rest of the way. So today we're just gonna get those trucks up there, pieces of scrap, and load them in the Hemet, get those on the trucks since we're gonna have to make multiple trips in and out of here. We're gonna have the semis head back to Salt Lake this afternoon to dump that scrap so that we come back up with empty trailers ready to go for the big pieces of equipment. So that's what's happening. The owner of the property also let us know that he's got a forklift and another truck at another yard down the valley that we gotta stop and grab. So there's bits and pieces all over the place. So we're just gonna start moving it.
Hulk smash! For all those that were a fan of that body style, I sincerely apologize. We found it that way, I promise. Nope. Told you, it's all we needed.
believe. Something you'd only see on the Discovery Channel is the making of a new truck. Yeah, two trucks are in love. It's customary for them to make another truck.
I don't want that chain to snap and come back and kill somebody.
I would have been fine.
Tell me something over there.
I'm sure there's a lot of people freaking out that we're crushing these old trucks right now, but trust me, they weren't going to be project trucks. They were beat. They didn't have titles. They didn't have any sort of anything that was valuable. Officially our first load down the mountain. None of the big equipment, obviously just a couple of trucks and a bunch of scrap metal. And the reason we're doing this today is because we got to get the trucks back to the shop to load some more equipment to bring back out here to get the big machines down. So it's a step in the right direction, even though it's the easiest load, it's still a load.
I'll be coming around the mountain. He'll be coming around the mountain. Whoa, what's he doing? A bucket in the sky. Al's bucket will be in the sky when he comes. His bucket will be sky high when he comes.
This is a pretty nice machine. Runs pretty good. Just takes a little bit for it to stop whizzing down.
Listen, so last night, Al had this gem hidden back behind the batteries. I don't know why I hid it so far, but this is the starter for motor number 2. If you remember from our last video, we took the starter off the running motor, put over here to make this one run. And now that starter's over here. So now we put a starter over there. So we have 2 motors. This machine right here, the starter, is gonna go. Can you see? See it? There. So the starter goes in there. So the tasks for the day are 1, put the starter in. 2, get both motors started, make sure the hydraulic level is full in both tanks. 3, call Heavy D so he can drive his tractor to glory. All right, so he says, Alan, what? Will you do me a favor? What? Will you go up top and try and screw that top bolt in?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
That you had.
So far, we've got 2 of the 3 bolts for the starter in. Now we just got to wire it up. Alan came to the rescue, as usual. Alan's the hero.
Totally wizard.
You need a cape and a TW shirt.
But I need a couple apprentices.
Look no further, my friend.
Nate?
No.
He might be a bit funny, the owner. Little pair of pliers.
Well, apparently the main hot wire to this starter, that because the starter was taken off, it was apparently left dangling by, I will not say who.
Don't.
So, yeah,
He who shall not be named.
and it sort of destroyed it. So we need a new connector end and some way for me to cut off the insulator, unless Diesel Dave has a miracle knife in his pocket somewhere.
That's what happens when you have daughters, man. You get cool, hot pink knives with confetti on them.
Dave, aren't your daughters like 3?
Shh, I'm wondering if the batteries are gonna still be charged. This was arcing like you wouldn't believe.
Try and arc it again. You're a little crooked. Walk for the first time. See a dinosaur egg, cracking it open, having a little baby dinosaur walk around.
Yeah. I'd try to run it backwards down rather than forwards.
We're gonna try to pull the machine down the hill. It's functioning, kind of, but we think there's just too much hydraulic resistance in the system, whether it's bad pumps, bad filters. We're not sure. We don't want to mess with it anymore, so the Hemet is gonna pull it. I'm gonna push it with the loader, and hopefully that gives it the strength that it needs. A little oomph to get down the hill. See what happens. Let's hook the rope to the front, and I'll push from the back with the loader out.
Ready to screw the puzzle, man?
right, well, that sucks. That track, one track is just so much slower than the other. So we're gonna see if we can pull the planetaries out, which sometimes is easy, sometimes it's a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah, baby.
Here she comes. Ha-ha! Zam!
Now we're gonna be able to ghost ride the whip. We got the main sun gear out of the final drives. So there will be no resistance other than just the track.
And hopes and prayers.
Yeah.
We're fine. Everything is fine. It's all good. See, right now there's a pin that locks that turret into place so that he can stay centered right here, and he's got that locking pin in the cab. He's trying to hit it down. Dave's trying to wiggle, jiggle the arm so that the hole lines up perfect. You get the pin in, lock it in place. That'll keep the machine locked in this position so that the whole body doesn't spin around while you're trying to get down the hill. Maybe make it easier. Maybe.
That excavator is really heavy and this hill's really steep. So I'm gonna steer it and do most of the braking with the loader. We're gonna hook the Hammett behind me so that we have double braking, because if that thing starts to wanna go, it'll pull the loader with it down a steep part of the hill. So that way we've got double machines, double brakes. I can put my bucket down, but we're also gonna put a safety tether on top of the chains here, just in case those chains break. And we have the pin locked in the turntable of the excavator, so it should be able to steer now. And in theory, with the arm boomed out the way it is, I should be able to just meander it down the trail. Feel good about it.
Big Yankee soft track on the back.
hate that it sounded like I was panic honking.
Why was your one hand out the window like this?
Get me up within 1 foot of the pin, flat up against it, front face.
That was fun for the first 10 minutes, and then it sucked the rest of the time, but we got it down, and now we know what not to do with the other machines. I think we got a fairly good system on how it's gonna work, but man, that was violent. There was a couple of close calls where it wanted to run away on us, but that's all we got for today because it's my daughter's birthday, so I gotta fly home and handle that and see what these guys can get loaded up. So until next time.
Look at that. Look, would you look at that? You can tell it is nice by the way that it is.